Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my first impressions look on the XTEP JLIN ONE. So this is Jeremy Lin's first signature shoe with XTEP, and this shoe is going for 90 bucks. So if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the tracciones, and the traction is freaking phenomenal, guys. Trying it on my wood floors, it has a crazy bite. It has a nice loud squeak to it as well. I mean, whatever rubber compound they're using in this shoe is awesome, right? So the grip seems like it's gonna be really good. On dust, obviously, I don't really know yet. It seems like it's picking up a little bit of dust, and it also seems like I need to clean my floors. They're super dusty. And as far as the durability goes, it seems like it's going to be okay. We do have like a pivot point here with Jeremy Lin's logo where the ball of your foot is. But other than that, like these lines seem, they don't seem like super thin and super soft. But I feel like they might like kind of wear out and rip off a little bit on outdoor use. But of course, we'll have to see on that. But right now, the traction seems really nice. I like it a lot. And here in the middle of the outsole, we can see the midfoot shank plate, and it kind of wraps around here into the medial side of the shoe. Moving on to the heel to toe transition, it seems like it's going to be very smooth as well, right? So here in the heel, we have a nice curved shape, and we have an exposed midsole, which allows this foam to compress. And then here in the forefoot, we have a very curved shape, which I really like. It feels great. You just put a little bit of weight here, it just kind of like propels you forward. It reminds me of like the LeBron 16 and LeBron 17. And we have a lot of forefoot flex. Look at that. It's just super flexible. So heel to toe transition seems like it's going to be very smooth. Moving on to the cushioning setup. So they say it's just a dynamic foam. So cool, right? But it seems pretty soft, right? So here in the heel, we have a good amount of compression. We can already see like kind of like crush marks here. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty damn soft, but I feel like it'll bottom out pretty quickly, so we'll have to see on that. Court feel seems pretty damn nice. As far as the underfoot cushioning goes though, it's all right, you know. So for the foam, it seems like just a regular Ortholite insole, and then if you look at the strobe board is pretty damn stiff. So underfoot cushioning isn't very nice. Hopefully the strobe board like gets softer as I break it in. But the overall cushion, there is a good amount of compression, which feels nice. But of course, we'll have to see on that. I'm going to need to test it fully and see if it bottoms out and gets stiff after playing in it for a while. So for the materials, they're using a textile pretty much throughout this entire upper, and it feels great. You know, it's thin. We have this like diagonal line pattern going through it. It's soft, it conforms to your foot very well. It doesn't seem cheap at all. It's not flimsy or anything. So I really like this textile material, but everything else, like all the other materials that they're using in the shoe are really crappy, you know? So the fuse material that they're using here in the toe box doesn't feel nice. It's just like a cheap fuse material. And then here in the tongue, we have a very cheap mesh material as well. And then for the lining, this is also a really cheap feeling material. And then here in the heel, it's not really a heel counter, but whatever material this is, it feels like a synthetic leather or synthetic suede. This material feels really cheap too. I mean, it is a $90 shoe, so you can't really complain. And I guess the overall material, like the material that you're gonna feel on your foot, is this textile, so that feels nice. But I feel like they could have used a little bit better quality materials, you know. And then for the tongue, we have an average amount of padding for the tongue. And then here in the ankle area, we also have pretty minimal padding as well. So the upper feels very minimal. And like I said, it feels great on foot, but the quality of the materials isn't that great. All right, moving on to the fit. The fit is really long in this shoe, right? So I would suggest going maybe even a full size down. And once you do that though, it's still like not the best fit for me, right? So here in the toe box, it's quite roomy. Like, do you guys see that? Do you guys see how roomy this is? I might even need to add an insole or something in there, you know, but I don't really like that. And as far as the width goes, I would say it's around normal width. This shoe is pretty easy to put on though. You know, we have a pretty high heel tab, but the fit for me isn't the best. So that kind of sucks. But if you like a roomier fit or you have a wide foot, this shoe is probably gonna be a good option for you guys. Moving on to the support and lockdown. So for lateral containment, it seems like it's gonna be good, right? So Here in the forefoot, I guess it's like forefoot and midfoot, but we have this plastic piece as well as the outsole coming up, acting as a lateral counter. I mean, this plastic is quite thin and it's pretty soft, but that's actually a good thing. You know, you don't want this plastic to be super stiff or else like it'll hurt your foot. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing lateral movements, your foot's probably gonna like dig into it if it was like a thicker, like harder plastic. So I feel like it's a good thing that they made it like pretty soft and very, very thin. And here in the ankle area, it doesn't actually, there's no heel counter. What the heck? You guys see? I'm like bending that. That's interesting. But I feel like, you know, the cushion does come up a good amount. So that'll probably help with lateral containment and stuff like that here in the heel. Hopefully I don't have any issues with that, but we'll have to see. But, you know, lateral containment seems like it's going to be good. And lateral stability, we have, it's not really an outrigger, but we have the rubber outsole kind of protruding out here. So, so I feel like lateral stability is going to be good as well. All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. I feel like this shoe is going to be quite light, actually. Maybe 11 ounces, 10, 11 ounces. Oh, okay, so 12.06 ounces, so basically 12 ounces. That's a little bit lighter than average. But I feel like if I went down half a size, you know, which I probably should have, or maybe even the full size, it'll be obviously lighter than that. So, but anyways, yeah, so this shoe feels pretty damn light. It feels very responsive as well because the traction seems really, really good. So I like that so far, but the fit for me isn't the best. Like my foot's moving around here, especially here in the forefoot. So that kind of sucks. But other than that, this shoe feels pretty light and minimal on foot. All right, moving on to the aesthetics. Okay, so the initial leaks of this shoe, like some of the colorways were really, really sick. I like those colorways, but seeing like kind of like the general release colorways like this one, I feel like it doesn't look as good, you know, but I feel like the overall silhouette, especially with this like plastic piece here on the lateral side, is actually pretty nice. So I don't hate the shoe, but I also don't really love it. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, for 90 bucks, that is pretty damn cheap, and I feel like you're getting pretty good tech and pretty good quality materials for the price. Like the Precision 4 from Nike and stuff like that, they're using like really crappy mesh materials, like just a really stiff Phylon. But here in this shoe, you're getting like a softer foam, traction seems good, the material quality seems pretty nice as far as the textile goes. And so I'm liking it so far. There's just two things I don't really like about it so far, and that's the fit for me, and that's just for me personally. And also kind of like the cheaper materials, but like I said, you don't really notice that when it's on foot. So that's not a huge deal. So my first impressions of the shoe are pretty good, right? I'm pretty excited to play in it. So again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.